When we talk about women of change in politics making a difference, you go from Condoleezza Rice, from Elijah Ransom Kuti, to even Joyce Banda, and even Olimsolef Johnson of Liberia. Women in politics have become an agenda that has been most thriving in every Nigerian life, especially that of the women. Gender Agenda is a women empowerment political talk show that seeks to address the state of nationhood, governance and policy making for the Nigerian woman. It seeks to look at the ambiguity in gender affiliation, especially with political parties, and the representation of the Nigerian woman for and in politics. Gender Agenda, Women Arise, exclusively on AIT. My name is Adaora, Oyechere, and this is Gender Agenda. This is Gender Agenda, Women Arise. You're welcome. Today we will be talking about the issue of nationhood, looking at the role of the African woman in Nigeria and in the rest of diaspora. The African woman is an embodiment of peace, strength and goodwill. We have seen the crisis, of course, that resonates across all types of environments in Africa and perhaps even in the United States and in the EU. We will be looking at the rule of law, we will be looking at politics, economics, agriculture and diversity. My name is Adaora. Around the world, the African woman resonates pride, peace, nation building, harmony, and above all, a strength of purpose. But how far have we been able to go on with this? 65,000 population of refugees across America and in Albania are women, and all of those women are coming from troubled states in Africa. See Central African Republic of Congo, we also have Mali, and again, of course, Somalia and South Sudan. Today we will focus on the economic value of empowering the female gender, and today talking about this with me is Eeefy, a motivational speaker, a beauty queen, an actress, a model, and a female advocate, one who speaks about women and the purpose of having women empowered. Eeefy, you're welcome today.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well. It's good to have you on the show.
Nice to be here.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Look at you.
All right, let's talk about womanhood. First of all, the show is going to be looking at the factors that, reduce the qualities of women in Africa and African women in the rest of the world, especially in diaspora. You live and still live in the United States of America, and I'm sure there are lots of African women there, of course, but how would you evaluate the strength of the African woman right now and her role in nation building?
Ooh. Well, first of all, I wanna talk about the womanhood, because when you say woman, you speak womanhood. Many people in the world today cannot even or do not grasp the concept of womanhood. And womanhood is the most significant element in human existence. Woman holds a position of authority. It's important that people get that clear. She is the state of the universe because she carries the child. Thus, it is her responsibility to take care of the men and the children. We put our women through struggles. A woman doesn't need to fight. She only needs to be tranquil and walk in divine light and beauty, because the world's subsistence is because of the potency of her spirit and the height of her strength. Okay. Women need to understand that first. It's important that women understand their role as women. They understand. That's why I said it's important that we grasp the concept of womanhood. If we understand that, it will be easier for interaction, even with male, counterpart. It will be easier to interact with them, because everyone would appreciate a woman for who she is. Now, it's impossible to have a healthy society when women are repressed and uneducated. Africa especially has some culture. I'm not saying that all the cultures are bad, but there are some aspects of our tradition that repress the African woman and deter her progress. She is disconnected from her essence. Her self-esteem is completely diminished. Now, when a woman goes through this kind of struggle, it's difficult for her to flourish spiritually. You have a lot of women running around, with polluted and angry spirit, because they're not flourishing. And if you can't flourish in your spirit, you can't flourish in the secular world. And if a woman is broken, then the world around her is broken. I said it many times, a broken woman is a broken nation. Yes, the reason we have a lot of problems in the world, the reason for all the pain in the world, not just Nigeria, all over the world, is because women have failed in their duties. Women have not taken their rightful place. They haven't been taught their role. A man can't grasp the stance of a woman. When a man can't understand you, there is a problem. He becomes confused. And that's why the abuse and all of that. Because let me tell you something. Besides the fact that some of our culture, some is about religion and all of that, they can impose you on a man as a woman, like as if they want to choose your husband for you and all of that. Even in that kind of environment, it's not good. But even in that kind of environment, a woman needs to learn to survive in that environment, because again, she's an authority. She's imbued with qualities, that are very powerful, that she can actually, employ to navigate that difficult environment. That's why I said it's important that we understand womanhood. Okay. See, I've tried to survive in all kinds of environment, but here and in America. Why? Because the first thing I said to myself, I must operate from my element. I must always be me. I must always be happy. If you tell yourself you have to be you and be happy, then you will do the things that would help that. You understand? So the struggles with women is because women are also not in tune with who they are. First of all, we have to fix that problem. If we can fix that problem, we can fix lots of problems. Because it's impossible. Now, a healthy spirit breeds people of excellent character. A polluted spirit is inclined to breed in dysfunctional children. Yeah, that's where we have the prostitutes and the armed robbers and the kidnappers and the bad leaders in society. Remember, a broken woman is a broken nation. So if the woman is not healthy, she will breed, I'm sorry to say, useless people into society. We have to be cautious of that. Nation building. Right now, we've got a lot of problems in Nigeria. I don't see the men solving those problems by themselves. A woman is imbued with qualities, like really great qualities, that can be cultivated, that can be employed to solve problems, like compassion. Men are taught to war. They are driven by ego. A woman's emotion drives her the more, and when you are emotional, you're sensitive. As your compassion, you have patience, you have the spirit of tolerance, you're creative, you plan because you have to plan for the family. Now, all these qualities are skills that are inborn in a woman. They're natural qualities of a woman. So these qualities are required to build a nation.
Let's look at Africa as a whole. There are 61 African countries in the whole of the continent, Nigeria being one of them. So let's start from home, because they say east-west, home is the best. And you are a Nigerian, first of all, before you're from any other part of the world.
Exactly. My spirit is rooted here.
All right. So let's begin with that. Now, when you look at the progress of implementations when it comes to projects, of course, and policies that affect women in Nigeria, a lot of people will argue that, when you look at the gender equality between men and women in Nigeria, yes, we do see women rising to the task, but then at the rural level, they seem stifled. How do we begin to look at women as a supply chain for reproductivity and productivity in Nigeria? Because you yourself, you're an entrepreneur, and it's really difficult for women to just get up and say, oh, I would want to be an entrepreneur, especially when you're looking at capital, you're looking at culture, you're looking at environment, and all of these are important. So how do you begin to evaluate that?
Okay, now it's a great challenge for a woman to just go out there and look for a job. For a woman just decide, okay, I want to have this career, or I want to have this business. The reason it's a great challenge is because men are always, confronting the women. They're always eager to conquer the woman. They're always eager to be in control. They're always eager to prove or to establish authority and power. And the only way they believe they can accomplish that is to defile a woman. Now, that's a big problem. I said, now I'm going to use me as an example because I have a lot of problems like that with men. So what I've resolved to do is use other talents that I think that don't really need much money, but can fetch me money to pay for other talents that are capital intensive. Now, for instance, I didn't study writing. I'm a motivational speaker. People say to me, Eeefy, how do you go about, all this wisdom and knowledge? I said, well, a few things. I went through a lot of struggle in life. And then there's been the wonderful life experiences as well, extensive travel and curiosity. And also, I'm eager to solve problems. So looking at all of these reasons, I have to acquire some type of knowledge. When you are curious, you acquire knowledge. When you struggle, there's a treasure concealed in every struggle, in every experience, and you must find that struggle. That treasure. And when you find that treasure, it becomes like a knowledge. It becomes like something you've acquired, and you have to employ it in your future activities. Now, all of these things, they make up the book. All these experiences. I think about them, I collect them, and I pen them down. I collect them in my thoughts, and I pen them down. Now, there are people that need to read them, right? Not because I'm the most smartest person in the world, but because sharing my own opinion can either provoke another person's thoughts, and those thoughts can lead to their own, solutions, or it can provoke someone else to think that, okay, if she's thinking about it, I can think about it. I can solve it. My solutions or my own path can unravel solutions and, lead someone else to their own path. So that's why they're called inspirational books. Somebody pick up that book, they buy it and read it. When they buy it, it's money in my pocket. And that money can pay if I want to acquire more education, if I want to open a store, if I want to design jewelries, the book will pay for it. Even though I didn't study writing, I didn't study journalism, I didn't study psychology. You understand? I wrote 4 books in 2 years. Why? Because I'm eager to make my own money. Because I don't want to live off of men. Because I want to maintain my dignity. Because I don't want to be defiled. Because I don't want my beauty destroyed and crushed. I'm a woman, I'm like a flower. In the morning I blossom, in the evening I wither. So there are all these things that I don't want to happen to me. So I decide to work hard. I decide to reflect within me to, kindle all those qualities, all those talents, because God instilled great talents in each and every one of us.
Now, Eeefy, one of the top officials of the World Bank, Robert Zulik, said the African woman is perhaps one of the strongest entrepreneurs you have all over the world. But then the catchphrase there is, if only other African women can encourage the other one. And he means this in a social blog perspective. Now, you've been through a lot. How would you rate sisterhood? And when I mean sisterhood, that's another sister, another black African sister, or black American sister, or Nigerian sister, helping the other up. Because it seems to be one of the things that we don't really know how to do here, even in Nigeria.
Now, that problem, it's not peculiar to Nigeria. I'm glad you say it in Nigeria. It's a global phenomenon. Women all over the world don't help each other. We hate each other. We're eager to cast aspersions. We're swift, past strictures at each other. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I don't get it. Because womanhood should encourage sisterhood.
I remember Christy Duarte singing a book. She was called the First Lady of Songs. She's late now. She died in 2011. And she said one thing in one of her, she's my lyrical idol. I mean, her songs not only make sense, they bring rebirth for culture and tradition. And there's something she said to the African, she said to my Igbo sister, she said, Nigerians, you know, the Nigerian woman, we must learn to stop agonizing and learn to organize. And she said that when she looked at the way that when a woman is told your place in the society is to get married, have children, and then recoil and take care of home. And she said it's not up to you to revolt, it's up to you to express it.
Express it.
And let them know what you're about, because you cannot get what you did in merit. And that is exactly all of the episodes that you've narrated here about your life, you know, your works and all of your experiences. But let's look at the role, finally, of course, of religion in the life of a woman, especially the Nigerian woman. When we look at culture, you've talked about culture, you've talked about tradition. Let's look at religion. Now, Nigerian women, especially, are the most religious women
in the world.
Yes, the religiosity and the spirituality are too extreme. Yeah. You find women always, you know, resort to godliness or maybe an essence of there's something that's got to be done, but let's leave it to God. And you know, they don't understand
their role. Delusional.
Exactly. So, can you define that? Because there's a place for God in every woman's life, and there's also a place for you to play out the role that God has given you. And
Exactly.
You said all of that, but can you just give us a caption on that?
The religious fanaticism in Nigeria is like ridiculous. You know, there's people are delusional here for what they understand with religion and spirituality. Well, women have to understand that God didn't say that you worship me and then you lose your role or your position. Oh, worship me and I'll make everything beautiful. No, worship me, but you uphold your position and I will help you to do it perfectly. People need to learn to really understand the Bible that they read. Because we love the Bible here, we go to church every day, but we don't understand the Bible. Or we misunderstand it and misinterpret it. It's what I see here a lot. Every corner in Nigeria has a church. Everybody's house is a church. What for? It's become a business. Not really. So when people talk about the religion thing, it annoys me because they're not really respecting, you know, what God is saying. And they don't even really understand what God is saying. Woman, God gave you a role to procreate, to nurture, to build, to be creative, to respect. You need to respect that. You need to appreciate that. God will help you to take care of those roles. He will help you, but don't be in denial. Don't think you have to sleep in the church from morning till night and say God will take care of the problems at home. Is a lie. You will take care of them and God will help you where you're confused. Because you need the help of the Holy Spirit to accomplish your goals or to accomplish your task. We can't do it without the Holy Spirit. But we can't be lost in the Holy Spirit because we're confused. Religion is very destructive. I think it's better for people to be more spiritual, be in tune with the Spirit, because everything that transpires in the secular world is a manifestation of the spiritual realm. It's important we're more in tune with the Spirit and what God wants us to do on earth, living a life of love and compassion and kindness and fulfilling purpose, than all of this delusion. We must be the strength of Africa. We must join forces symbolically to heal and appreciate our unique and geographical entity. Women. Nigeria beckons womanhood. Nigeria beckons your energy. Nigeria beckons your soul. Nigeria beckons your patriotism. Nigeria beckons. We must rise above our religious and cultural differences. In oneness, we can heal and build our nation. So Nigeria beckons.
Wow. When we have women like you, we wonder where are the rest? Because you haven't only just said this from your heart. This is who you are. This is your experience. This is your life. I remember Michelle Obama saying something. If you are angry and want a book to read that has not been written, get up and write your own.
Exactly.
And make it happen. And those are the final words from what you just said. Women, Nigerian beckons. Again, when I listen to a lot of angry women and a lot of bitter women, it still talks about healing needed. So for Nigeria to heal, obviously you said the women must heal.
They must heal.
They must come together.
Yes.
I don't know how else to express it, but I'm just going to say that if the women don't rise, I think that Nigeria is going to be where she is for a long time.
It will plunge further into oblivion. Yeah.
All right. But
we can't let that happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
We can't let that happen.
No, we can't.
With women like you, with others who are going to be watching this, or people who are watching this, I know that it is possible for the Nigerian woman to be the beacon of hope that Nigeria needs.
Very much.
Now, they say that a woman's gift. Now, let me cheer you up a little and get you out of the teary spell. You make such beautiful jewelry. I can't imagine anybody making this, and not being
treasure.
And you wear it so beautifully too.
Treasure.
And they say a woman's gift makes way for her, and this is one of such. I see a lot of them with different stones, different colors. How are you able to do this? This one is in green and with a touch of gold, and this is what is this called?
That's raw coral and amethyst.
Okay.
And these are all the treasures in Nigeria. Remember I said about Nigeria having the capacity to be a great nation. All these, this is black pearl, and of course coral, but it's cut in cubes. These are all our treasures. These. And one good thing, like this is from the Ruscott family. This jet, jasper, agate stones. The beautiful thing about this is like the Chinese, they use them to make ceramics.
This is my color.
Yeah, that's amethyst. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, it is.
That's, I mixed that with black onyx. And this is found here in Nigeria. All of these are found here in the north. Except the coral is from the south, of course, and pearls also, from Lagos and that. But most of these jewelries are mined here in the north. Why don't we have industries? It would also create employment. And we can export and help to build our economy. So Nigeria, this is your gold. This is your oil. It's not an instant gratification. It demands discipline, planning, creativity, building.
Indeed.
But we can do it. We're all talented.
Especially the women.
Especially the women. You love to adorn beautiful things. I love to wear them, so I must learn to design them. Yes,
Indeed.
right?
Indeed.
You want to wear them, you want to look beautiful, you work for it. They said women are supposed to be appealing to the senses of men and children. She has to work to be appealing. She makes the world go round. It's part of it is the jewelry. If I don't wear my jewelry, I don't feel complete.
If I let you,
I'll go on forever. I love Nigeria. I love Nigeria.
And talk and express ourselves, and it's been beautiful talking to you.
Thank you.
I don't know how else to express it. It's just been utterly amazing, splendid.
Thank you.
I must say that it takes a Trojan warrior to actually do what you're doing here in Nigeria, especially coming all the way from the
living my
United
life,
States
my job, my environment. I came here with just one hand
glitz.
luggage.
Yes.
And I got stuck 2 years.
I can imagine that. You're a brave woman.
Yeah.
You're a brave woman.
Yeah.
You've risen above the fear, the anger, the
Thank
bitterness.
you. You have to rise
model.
above them. Yeah, you have to. You have to. If you can't, seek the help of someone that is willing and able to help you.
Thank you so so
We all can't do it alone. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're less of a person. It just means you have arrived at a stage of your life that necessitates growth. Embrace it.
Thank you. Embrace it. Embrace it, she says.
Yeah.
Embrace it. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, darling.
It's been grand having you.
Thank you.
Well, can I say any more? Did I add any more to that? I haven't even got the word to express it, but it's been life-changing talking to this amazing woman with not just the motivation and speaker, she's a healer. And that's what I would refer to her as, Eeefy the healer. And women, you have got to find somewhere to heal, because if you cannot heal, we cannot heal the society, and if we cannot heal the society, we will have a broken nation. Every woman is a nurturer. You deserve to understand that the power for Nigeria to be one is in you. Nigeria beckons. Well, my name is Adaora Oyechere. This is Gender Agenda. Truly, women must rise.